We're back. We have a computer. We're ready to go. Slower tied, or the Packers tied against the Cowboys. We're going to get into that, according to Slower.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Nick's Pick. We are in week 5 of the NFL season, and I apologize for missing week 4 last week. We did have a short going through all of our picks, so me and Ben got our picks out there. We did everything we needed to do, but yeah, unfortunately was not able to make a full-length video, and it was actually last week. It was Tuesday this time last week. We tried to record the video, and that was when my computer completely shit out on me. It was the end of that. So we are back. We had a ETB battle post earlier today, or on Tuesday. We had a Road to Glory post on Wednesday, Nick's Picks today, and hopefully a Road to Glory tomorrow as well. But what is going on, guys? Welcome back. Ben, we are joined by you as always, but we are also joined by Slower for this recap section because I was going to try to do this last week, didn't get a chance to. This is how we're going to do it now. I also apologize if my voice sounds a little weird. I'm sick again. 2 times within the last 3 weeks, I've gotten sick.
So I blame you for being sick.
Oh, no, actually, this is Mike's fault. This is Mike's fault. Mike was sick for his wedding and got me sick in the process.
So then I blame you. Then I blame Mike as well, then, because I was there.
Yes, this is Mike's fault. So as part of this, we're not going to have the recap go across the bottom of the screen because I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's just a lot easier for me to not do that. I'm going to pop it up on the screen right now, the recap of last week. These are all of Ben picks and my picks, and then in the middle, everything that happened last week. If you want to pause it and see how we did, in general, Ben did better than me. That's all you really have to know. So let's get into this recap, and Slower is here to give his hot takes as I'm giving the recap. Currently, the Yankees are losing 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th to the Red Sox right now, but they have a runner on first. So, you know, I'm going to pay a little bit of attention to that while we're going through here. But let's start with the recap. It started with the Thursday night game that I watched at a bar getting ready for this wedding. It was the Seahawks going up against the Cardinals. And the only thing I have to say about this game was fuck Marvin Harrison for finally deciding to show up once I put him on my bench. Going into the Dublin game, the Steelers going up against the Vikings. Steelers going to win this one. The Vikings looked like shit for 3/4 of this game and then started to come back a little bit. Wasn't enough as the Steelers get another win and solidify more of the fact that I said in the beginning of the season, they're gonna go 500. I don't care how much Ben hates Aaron Rodgers. They're going 500, above 500 actually. We just have to deal with it at this point. The Giants get their first win of the season, and I am not going to sit here like a delusional Giants fan and hype up Jackson Dart and act like that was the main reason we won this game. No, the main reason we won this game is because for the first time in 4 weeks, our defense played like our defense is supposed to be playing. That is why we won this game. That is, Jackson Dart had like 150 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns. That's good. It's not great. So I'm not going to sit here and boast about Jackson Dart and act like he is the reason and everybody was right all along that he should have been starting this whole time. If we had gotten this defense while Russell Wilson was quarterback, we'd be at least 2-2 by now. At least.
Yeah, I can't really argue on that one. I mean,
so I'm actually going to be the opposite of Nick here. So before I even start this, I was actually very high on Jackson Dart before he was even drafted to wherever. He could have been drafted to the Bears. I still would have been like, yeah, he's a good quarterback. I believe that Jackson Dart will bring the Giants to bare minimum 500 by the end of the year.
I would like it. I don't think so, but I would like it. I mean, I just think without Neighbors now, it's going to get a lot tougher. I would love to see them do a ballsy move and trade for Jacoby Myers, but I don't see it happening, to be honest. I see them more along signing like a Michael Gallup or something like that.
I think if Neighbors was healthy, I would feel very confident 500, but with him being hurt, that's a tough one.
Best offensive player is a stretch. Cam Scatterbo is a fucking monster. I'm just kidding. Texans went on to shut out the Tennessee Titans. I'll throw out a hot take here. Is Cam Ward a bust? I want you guys to talk about this.
Titans are ass.
Oh, no, they're
it's just he said it. The team is ass. Who does he have?
That is true. It was just a question. I don't believe that myself, but I've seen the rumors swirling around that people think he's a bust. I disagree as well. I just wanted to do your guys' opinion.
Yeah, no.
After losing 30-0 to the Panthers last week, you somehow managed to go on to win 34-27 against the Washington Commanders. Granted, this was the Marcus Mariota-led Washington Commanders, not the Jaden Daniel-led Washington Commanders, which I fully believe you would have lost to. But
yeah,
can you explain?
We still won the game by 1 score in the Marcus Mariota revenge game. I got nothing. Atlanta is Jekyll and Hyde. 1 week they look like a playoff team and they look like they could be a contender, and then the next week they look like the worst team put together.
The Bills went on to beat the Saints 31-19. Not really too much to talk about here. I think the Saints are just the worst team in the NFL. The Eagles went on to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-25. This ended up being a little bit closer than the game was for the most part. The Bucs kind of came back a little bit. And also, fuck AJ Brown. Fuck AJ Brown. Fuck him. Fuck AJ Brown. Can
Smith for me, dude. You think he's not doing much either?
you tell I have AJ Brown on my fantasy team? Fuck
Well,
AJ
I will
Brown.
say this is my second hot take, and it's definitely a hot take. If I were him, I don't know if you guys saw, like, after the game ended,
GTFO. Get the fuck out of Philly.
He posted
Nick.
some like cryptic like ass shit. He probably should request a trade.
Number
at
one.
some point.
Number one. Number one. Does
actually.
anybody else have the same thought when players post like cryptic tweets and then delete them? Do you just picture them sitting there on their couch like, oh yeah, this is gonna stir up so much shit, and then be like, I shouldn't do that, and then hit delete?
Yeah.
Does that not seem like corny as shit to anybody else?
I was like, either that or they're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna tell them, and then like they get no response. Like, oh, I should probably delete this before it.
Yeah, it comes off super dumb.
Own up to your shit. Own up to your. But no, I'm with.
I want more people to
I
be in
remember-
interviews like Cam Ward when he just straight up is like, we're ass. Like, period, point blank, we are ass. That's why we're 0-4. Lions went on to beat the Browns 34-10. The Patriots going on to beat the Panthers 42-13. Patriots finally starting to look somewhat like I was saying that they were going to look at the beginning of the season. I still don't think they're a great team, but I think they're a good team. And then the Jaguars went on to beat the 49ers 26-21. 49ers are such a weird team this year, and honestly, so are the Jaguars. Moving on to the Rams and the Colts. Daniel Jones' first loss of the season comes to the Los Angeles Rams, and a lot of people want to blame it on the receiver. I don't even remember who it was that dropped the ball before getting into the end zone. That was in what, the third quarter? That didn't lose the game.
I didn't.
It's a
I don't know
boneheaded
anything about
play,
this game.
and the fact that it
Yeah.
still happens in today's age is mind-blowing to me, because there are so many YouTube compilations about not doing that.
Like, it looked like he didn't even just like drop it. Like he
Yeah, it
actually
wasn't
just
like,
fumbled
yeah,
it, like,
he
out of
just
his
dropped
hands.
it. He was trying to switch hands and he lost control of it, but still.
But I do have two hot takes. You know, we really don't talk about this wide receiver enough, honestly. I think Puka Nacua is the best wide receiver in the whole league right now. 1,000%.
I have no
So-
argument. Before Ben even talks, because I already know what's swirling through his head, we need to stop acting like the people who are the best the last 3 years are still the best today. We need to look
Go
at
on.
today's numbers. Puka Nacua is the best wide receiver in the NFL. I don't think there's too much of a question right now.
Oh no, I was thinking in my head like I was like more so like, can I think of anyone that I would have over? And I think the only one I would say is probably just Jefferson, but that's it.
Puka having Stafford helps. If Puka was dealing with JJ McCarthy or Browning, would he be putting up these numbers? Probably not. But it's
He's
really
still-
hard to argue
he's-
with what Puka's doing.
Not only that, but like his route tree is not just like a go deep. Like he can also catch screens and run for 40 yards. He can go up and catch 2-on-1 balls. Like he can do it all.
I wish I had drafted Puka over AJ Brown, because I had that opportunity and I drafted AJ Brown.
Oh,
So,
I have Tyreek Hill, so I'm in shambles right now. Daniel Jones is a top 5 quarterback right as of right now.
what did he do in this game that makes you say that? Was
it's
it
not
interception?
specifically
Was it
this
the
game.
first interception or was it the second interception?
Okay, when he has to play hero ball, 1,000%, like he was not looking that great. But let's not take away this game.
All right.
versus, like,
Hang on though. But you're already taking, like, if he has to play hero ball, he's not great. When Josh Allen, when Patrick Mahomes, when Lamar Jackson, when Joe Burrow, when Justin Herbert, when they have to play hero ball, they're not Daniel
Guess what?
Jones. So that
Yeah.
I think that automatically that statement alone excludes Daniel Jones from the top 5. I'm not
Okay.
discrediting what Daniel Jones has done this season. He has definitely found a resurgence in Indianapolis, but
Okay,
he is still Daniel Jones.
But here's the one thing I will also say too: Josh Allen has the Bills and that Bills defense. All Daniel Jones has is Jonathan Taylor. Michael Pittman's there, but all he has really is
And an
Jonathan Taylor.
O-line.
He doesn't
Like
have
the
an
O-line is the
And he's
biggest
all
part of
he
this.
needed.
Brady
And
never
he's in a
had any
shit
wide
division.
receivers, but Brady was protected. The Chiefs went on to beat the Ravens 37-20. Ben getting that challenge over me because, sorry, I thought the Ravens actually had a roster. But now Lamar's
Apparently
out
not.
for at least the next couple weeks. Yeah, I told you the Chiefs would be fine. Their defense is going to carry them to at least 10 wins this year. I mean, their offense still
Well-
struggles. They definitely need a wide receiver. I think that's the one thing that's holding Kansas City back right now.
The AFC North will only produce one playoff team.
Yeah, because everybody's like, that is the biggest injury ridden conference right now in the NFL. Like, if Joe Burrow didn't go down and we could make all the ifs about the Ravens right now, but if Joe Burrow didn't go down, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The Bengals, I mean, they weren't a great team with Burrow, but they're an awful team without him. The Ravens, they were supposed to be great on paper. I don't know what the fuck is happening with that defense, but it's horrible. Like Ben said last week, for whatever reason, Lamar just sucks against Kansas City.
I'm with you on that. Well, obviously because I said it, but I mean, Lamar's still a great quarterback, but like he's hurt, so he's gonna be out, and they're already what 1-4, 1-3, right?
All right, let's skip past this Bears winning on a blocked field goal. Nobody really gives a fuck. All right, Bears won against the Raiders. This is the one I've been wanting to talk about. The Sunday night game, 40-40. The first thing I want to say before anyone else talks: get ties out of the fucking NFL. There is no place for a tied football game in the NFL. If you disagree with me, go jump in a lake. I don't really fuck off. I don't know what else to say to you. Ties don't belong in the NFL.
I wanted genuinely if you like ties in football.
But before we get without ranting about ties for the entire time, slower. What happened? You're supposed to have a great defense. You're supposed I'm not even gonna shit on your offense because you put up 40 points. What happened?
Micah Parsons got held every single possible fucking play, and our corners just have words I cannot say on YouTube. It's just as simple as that. I don't know what I'm supposed to say there. Like, we held opponents to I think a total of 40 points in the first 3 games or 2 games, and that we just let off 40 right there. So I don't have an answer for you.
I will play devil's advocate here. I think we all love to shit on the Cowboys, but we always discredit how good this Cowboys offense can be. Like, this is the second time this year already they've put up 40 points against 2 good defenses. I know we shit on the Giants too, but the Giants have a good defense. So that's 2 good defenses that the Cowboys have gone up and put 40 points on. So we shit on the Cowboys a lot. They have a good offense. If we want to cry about Micah Parsons getting held on every single play, whatever, but I'm just going to ignore that one. Your corners did play like shit. Dallas, Trayvon Diggs needs to get benched or something. That is just horrible watching him try to play corner.
No, keep him starting.
Yes, keep him starting.
But yeah, I was watching this game the entire time like, all right, at some point the Cowboys are gonna fuck up here and make a mistake, right? Like, at some point the Cowboys are gonna fuck this up, right? The Packers, I just want to talk about that last drive, because we can praise the Packers offense all the way through the board, but they were playing for a tie on that last possession. Like, at that, there's no other way around it. They were playing for a tie, it looked like.
Yeah, so this is a big problem that the Packers fan base just has with our head coach Matt LaFleur. First off, he's a phenomenal coach, but he is so conservative at the worst times. There was at one point where we were one of like the highest 4th down conversion teams out there. We're going for on 4th down, like 4th and 2, 4th and 5, and for some reason he just didn't go for it ever, and he played so conservatively. And then every single presser, he just says, "Oh well, we just didn't play for a tie. We just wanted to get down the field and go from there." All right, dude. Well, you had fucking 42 seconds left, a whole timeout. You didn't call fucking anything. Your fucking quarterback sitting there looking at you like you're a fucking idiot. That's the only time I've ever seen Jordan Love actually pissed off. He usually has a straight face. He can get sacked and have his arm broken. Jordan
looked pissed.
He looked very upset. Yeah.
But finishing it out real quick, the Dolphins beat the Jets 27-21. Prayers up for Tyreek Hill. That was gruesome. And the Broncos went on to beat the Bengals 28-3 in the Monday night games. The Bengals are I thought the Bengals could maybe win a few without Burrow, but at this point, it doesn't look like they're going to win any.
So bad.
Anything else that you got for us from this Week 4 recap?
Thank you, Jerry Jones, and that's about it.
Thank you, Jerry Jones. Of course.
You still got Micah. That's the thing.
You still got Micah. And the Packers will be fine. I just think that this is fun to be able to shit on them for tying to the Cowboys. Granted, the Giants lost to them, but yeah, whatever. That is it for the recap, and that is it for Slower. We will get on to our NFL predictions, but Slower, we appreciate you hopping in here and giving your hot takes. Let us know what you guys think about this format of us doing just the recap along with Slower. But if you want us to go back to having all the logos go on the bottom for both the recap and the picks, fuck you. That's all I gotta say. But peace out, Slower.
Peace out.
All right, so that was Slower. That was our recap for the week. Let us know down in the comments what you thought about his hot takes or what you thought about last week of the NFL season. Also, make sure you're just jumping in those comments in general and subscribed to be entered into our giveaway as soon as we hit 500 subscribers. We're giving away a mystery Japanese Pokemon slab to somebody in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into these week 5 predictions. Boom, they're up on the screen right now for you guys to take a look at. Take a pause and take a look for your team to see what we said about them. But let's get it right into these predictions, starting with the Thursday night game, the Rams going up against the 49ers. I do think that this could be an interesting game, but the 49ers have just been very kind of like up and down here, and you know, it is what it is. But actually, the first game we're talking about, the one that's up there, is the Giants game. But because Ben doesn't have a game, just kind of throwing in this Rams 49ers thing real quick. Yeah, I do think the Rams win this game. We both have the Rams winning this game, so should be somewhat interesting of a game.
I mean, yeah, both teams are 3-1, but I feel like the Rams are the more
they're different 3-1s. Yeah, they're different 3-1s for sure.
Yeah,
and the Rams realistically should be 4-0. They should have beaten Philly.
Yeah, no. I would say if the Niners were fully healthy, this would be a lot. I mean, I have it as a close game anyways, but like it would feel a lot closer, but that's where I'm at.
All right, so now getting into my game, the game that's up on the top there, the Giants going up against the Saints, the second game with Jackson Dart, but the first game for Jackson Dart without Malik Neighbors. And that is going to be a little bit of a stinger, but the Saints suck, luckily. So this is the one game where maybe Jackson Dart can build some confidence, maybe build some confidence in the offense, and hopefully the defense continues what they did in the last week against the Chargers. But I don't really have much to say about this game. I mean, I think the Saints should probably move. I think the Saints should probably move on to Scow. I don't know how you say his name. Tyler
whatever his name is.
And if he comes in and wins them the game, I mean, that's one thing, because we don't know exactly how he is. Yeah. Maybe he jives with this offense a lot better than Spencer Rattler. To be honest, I cannot believe the Saints have gone this far with Spencer Rattler, but it is what it is. I would like to see a battle of rookie quarterbacks in this game. I think that would be at least somewhat interesting. And I can see the Giants losing this game as much as we want to like sit here and laugh about it. I can see the Giants losing this game. I just, you know, I hope it doesn't happen.
I would be more surprised if you lost this.
Moving on to the game of the week. Up at the top there, you guys are going to see that it says Eagles Broncos, but we actually had a couple here that we were kind of like humming and hawing over. There's no real like one solid game of the week. I think the Eagles Broncos is probably the most entertaining, or the most like question mark one of the week, where, you know, the Broncos have had some good games this season, but have also not looked that great in certain games this season. And the Eagles are 4-0, but haven't looked super convincing in that 4-0. So it's a weird one. The other games that we were potentially thinking about for the spot, the Rams 49ers, which we just kind of talked about. I do think that the Bucks Seahawks could be an interesting game. The Bucks have been playing really well. Seattle's been winning some games here and there as well. Chargers Commies, I think, could be a good game. Hopefully the Chargers can bounce back after their loss to the Giants last week. And then Bills Patriots, I kind of thought about there for a little bit. It's a divisional opponent. I know the Bills we see Sunday night. I know the Bills we see as like much higher up than the Patriots, but the Patriots have been playing pretty well this year. And then Chiefs Jaguars is another one too. The Jaguars at 3-1 and the Chiefs just at 2-2. That one can go either way as well.
There's not really many good games in my opinion. I mean, like I think if you want to talk about like the worst game, I think it's gonna be the Dolphins Panthers. I mean, you see my score prediction. I think that is quite literally going.
And we actually differ on that one. So if we want to talk about it for a second, the Dolphins lost all of their offense in Tyreek Hill. No, I shouldn't say all their offense. They have A-Chain. I get it. And the Panthers haven't been awful. They're bad, but not awful. And the Dolphins, I feel like teeter more on that awful. So I don't know.
I think that's the worst matchup, but I also could give
two shits.
A single.
And yet, no, not two. We made it, and yet we made it worth a point. It is what it is. All right, but the one that's worth 2 points. Let's get into the challenge game because we are running on a 35-minute recording right now. It is the Cowboys going up against the Jets. Ben went with the Jets in this one, who lost to the Dolphins that I was just talking shit about.
And they're 0-4.
And they're 0-4, and I'm going with the Cowboys, who have actually proven that they have an offense. They just might also give up 30 points in this game as well. But I would just rather hear you out because honestly, at this point, I keep sitting here sounding like you're the crazy one, but I think I'm like 1 for 2 on these challenges. So go for it.
I think when you have the Dallas defense, the Jets could definitely capitalize. They're home. I think that is the only reason why I really think the Jets will probably capitalize, is that the Cowboys, even though you tied, it's like you still gave up 40 points.
Well, this is one of the ones where I feel a little bit more comfortable in my challenge, but at the same time, I felt pretty comfortable that the Cowboys would beat the Bears too, and that didn't work out. So we'll see how that has to go. But that is it for week 5 of the NFL season. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you're getting into the comments to get entered into that giveaway for the mystery Japanese Pokemon slab for somebody in the comments. And oh, I almost forgot.
Oh, yes.
I need a pack.
Nick, when you're editing this, I really don't care if you are. I just want to show the Bulbasaur that had him lose against his wife, Amber. And I love this. Liz is gonna love it. I don't like because the centering is definitely off, but I got a frog. So Nick, if you kept any part of this, yay. Oh, now he's back.
What are you fucking talking about on here? Shut the fuck up. I'm editing all that out anyway. In honor of the Japanese Pokemon slab that we're giving away in every video, I have been opening up a Japanese Pokemon pack, except for that ETB video and that Road to Glory video. No, I did open one in that Road to Glory video. I did. It was a Pokeball Tepig that I got in that one, but I didn't. We opened a lot of Pokemon packs in that Mega Evolution one. So, but yes, in every video we are opening a Japanese Pokemon pack. We have Japanese White Flare, part of that booster box that we still have. So let's open it up. Let's see what we can get. And as a reminder,
30 packs.
And as a reminder, make sure you're jumping into the comments so that you are entered into that giveaway. But we start off with a Joltik, or I don't remember what that, or no, I don't remember what that one's called. Yeah, Joltik. All right, we get a Tepig. We get a Yamask. I think that was. Scraggy, I think that is. A Heatmore, I know that one. What do we got here? Is that a Pokeball? Yes, it is a Pokeball Trubbish. And then...
Trash.
Oh, an EX. We get a Bouffalant EX.
Yeah, nice.
Bouffalant EX. It's something. It's something. I apologize for my camera quality, but it is something. All right. If you want a graded Japanese Pokemon card, as I keep saying, get down in those comments and get us to 500 subscribers. We're almost halfway there. So keep it going, and we'll see you guys in the next Nick's Picks in week 6. Have a great one. Peace.
You know, I just realized, I talk about Atlanta being so 50-50. The Eagles take that, like, next level because they do it within games itself. I just realized.
But yet the Eagles are 4-0, and the Falcons
are 2-2.
Yeah. And not even winning, not even the best in their own division.
Hey, I did say they'd be second still.
Yeah, they're second. They're second. Well, they lost to the Panthers, though, so technically...
You know what?
Technically...
I can't argue that one. I can't even argue that one.
The Yankees lost game 1, too, so I'm upset. There's no way we get fucking trounced in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Bye, guys!